Hi, Internet. Welcome to the Troyan YouTube channel. It is Thin Lizzy Thursday. So, next week is the audience vote, so make sure you are voting in the poll that should be out today. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell icon so you don't miss the notification for the poll. You can vote for next week's song. But this week is the random song chosen by the computer for Thin Lizzy Thursday. So, as a reminder, we've got Thin Lizzy in there. We've got Phil Solo. We've got Black Star Riders. So I have no control over what this song is. It's the computer deciding. I've got the random number generator pulled up. And for the filler music, I discovered the song maybe like a week ago, and I've been jamming to it so much. So it's from Tekken 7. It's called Infinite Azure. And I haven't played Tekken 7. The last one I played was Tekken 6. I think they're on 8 now. It's like a fighting game. But this got recommended in my feed, and I checked it out because I'm like, yeah, random song I've never heard before from a franchise that I'm generally a fan of. Yeah, let me check this out, and it's freaking great, and the comments are so wonderful because it's wow, over 2 million views on this track, and just like the comments are like overwhelmingly positive. Like one guy in the comments says, "Found the song by looking up that one Tekken song. Absolutely perfect." So yeah, people like hella positive towards this. I'm hella positive towards it. So enjoy while I figure out what we're listening to this week. All right, so unfortunately, got to cut it off there. I left it playing for a bit because I wanted to get to the next little hook. Man, that's such a great composition. But also, all right, so keeping it real, I almost decided to ignore the random number generator and push the button again to get a different song. um, Cause boom, we got Black Star Riders. We're doing True Blue Kid off Heavy Fire, their third album, which I love the album cover. I think the album cover is freaking cool. Like that's a cool album cover. I dig it. I dig that they've got this consistent like retro theming of their album covers in terms of like it's like, like dating back to like, like the 40s or in this case like, late 1800s kind of deal. And I like the fire and the strongman. Like I think that's a great album cover. I definitely dig it. Great play on words. Um, but I don't know this song, so maybe it's great. But we haven't had as much luck with Black Star Riders in the past on this channel. And generally, the audience doesn't enjoy whenever I do it. But I still do it anyway because it does feel like the Thin Lizzy sequel. And in many ways, like how many fans were disappointed by the Star Wars sequels, be disappointed by the Thin Lizzy sequel, but they do have some really good songs in their catalog. I'm hoping this is one of them, so let's dig into True Blue Kid by Black Star Riders. Hope it's good. Okay, so all right, I've already been on a roller coaster with this song. So I started off not expecting much, and then the intro was freaking killer. That was a badass intro. I was like, oh shit, is this gonna be a great song? Was like my thought, like, oh man, did we luck out? And then completely shifted gears and got like much more melodic and mellow. I'm like, oh man, is this gonna be a crap song? And then the melody was kind of good and building an atmosphere. I'm like, okay, I'm back in. And then the chorus was kind of meh, and so I went back down. But I like the narrative, so I'm very mixed on this one right now. Take a look at these lyrics. Ladies and gentlemen, please take the time, consider my loyalty before judging my crime. That is a good hook. That is grabbing the listener in. That is interesting. And so, as someone who likes theatrical music, this kind of feels like a piece from a concept album in that way, where it like starts up with this, really great intro and then shifts gears into something completely different. That's like a Alice Cooper thing, Pink Floyd, Genesis. So I like that. Analyze my demise, my destiny. I can be a real good friend or even better enemy. I've got to get out of this place. I've got to plan my prison break. It's too late. It's too late to reconcile my fate. It's all over now. You know it's over, true blue kid. Young enough to know better and too old to run away. True blue kid. When the lights go out tonight, I won't fight. I won't fight another day. So yeah, lyrically, actually pretty cool. I'm not big on that chorus yet. Maybe a couple listens will make it grow on me. But man, that intro was so good. If they had kept like that kind of like riffing vibe throughout this whole song, man, this I that would have been really really great because that was like some nice nasty playing. Um, and so just acknowledging that that intro has like nothing to do with the rest of the song, and then trying to take the rest of it on its own merits. Verses are good. Choruses, melody is solid in the verses.
Ladies and gentlemen, my perception is poor. Trying to drink myself into the person I was before. An emotional investment, down payment, no interest. Only Hank Williams understands my loneliness.
Ladies and gentlemen, my perception is poor. Trying to drink myself into the person I was before. An emotional investment, down payment, no interest. Only Hank Williams understands my loneliness. Um, that feels a little bit more cliche, and I'm not as into that. But also, like, man, I know a bunch of like dudes in Nashville who are legit just like Hank Williams is God kind of dudes. So I can't rag on it too much because even though it's cliche, it does feel sincere. So I do give it points for that. But I think as I'm getting into this second verse, it is reminding me of like a lot of songs I've heard live from like, bluesy hard rock bands. Like I've kind of heard this before a bunch of times. And so um, as I'm continuing to listen, interest is waning. But let's rewind and go back to it.
Understands my loneliness. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed the show. No more for the cheap seats. Good night, I gotta go. It's all you've had, now you've had it all. The taxi is waiting. Sweet bird of youth has flown.
Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed the show. No more for the cheap seats. Good night, I gotta go. It's all you've had, now you've had all. The taxi is waiting. Sweet bird of youth has flown. Yeah, it's actually starting to lose me.
I've gotta get out of this place. I've gotta plan my prison break. It's too late to reconcile my fate. It's all over now. You know it's over. True blue kid, young enough to know better and too old to run away. True blue kid, when the lights go out tonight, I won't fight another day. True blue kid, young enough to know better and too old to run
All right, so this song was not excellent enough to warrant a key change. That it just like there was like there was no point to that. I understand you were like trying they were trying to make it interesting, but it felt yeah that just that didn't need to be there. Um, and the solo, I was hoping that this would have a really great solo, and it was just okay. But man, that intro. Ah, man, that's Black Star Riders. I'm so mixed on this one. There's good elements. There's there's good, there's good, there's bad, there's mediocre. There's a lot going on here. Um, Ultimately, I think the song started with well, like once I started listening to the song, it had some goodwill with a really great intro, and then like an interesting like lyrical hook, and I was willing to go along for the ride, but ultimately the ride, it just went around the block, and I ended up back where I was at the beginning, except, um, like without the awesome riff, like without the shine of that awesome riff. It's like I was going on a journey. To the McDonald's across the street, and it was closed. It's like the excitement level of this. Yeah, I wish this was better. It's like it's yeah, I wish this was better. I wasn't. I was hoping I would like it. It started off, me enthusiastic and thinking, "Oh shoot, is this a hidden gem?" I don't think it is. Now comes the part where we rank it. True Blue Kid. All right, let's just take a look. Yeah, I think I gotta put it here. I think Spirit of Man actually does have some decent melodies in it. This song, I think it comes off as very generic at a certain point, and despite a really strong intro and like a good like first verse, that's kind of really all there is to it. Um, and so yeah, I gotta rank it pretty low because it doesn't really succeed as a whole song. It has a couple really good elements, like a couple really like I was like a couple awesome elements. And the fact those come right at the beginning make you think that this is going to be a good song, but ultimately the momentum just gets like drops off completely, and you're left a bit disappointed. So I assure you, I have heard good Black Star Rider songs, um, most of them on that first album. Um, but yeah, definitely curious as to your comments below. I don't think anyone here is really going to like this song, but come on, am I crazy? Is that not like an awesome opening riff? And is that not an awesome like first like stanza of a song? I think those are legitimately good things. If you think I'm nuts, let me know in the comments below. And next week is audience vote. Make sure you are voting in that poll. And yeah, stick around for more Thin Lizzy Thursday. Bye everyone.